Always nice to get out front early.
Yeah, no doubt. It takes a little bit of the pressure off for sure. You never expect to put 9 runs up like that, but it did. It took pressure off, and then we had a little bit of a lull. But it's hard to keep going when you see that kind of separation. But our guys came out ready to play today. That was the bottom line.
Hayden really seemed locked in on the mound. What did you like from what you saw today?
Well, I liked that he was throwing 3 pitches for strikes, and I liked his body language. So fastballs in and out, and his slider looked really sharp, and threw a couple changeups as well. I would have liked to get him out there. We wanted to keep him right near 40 pitches, and when we had that long inning in the third, I decided to just make a change right there. But he was sharp, and he really set the tone for us, a lot like Mike Rucker and Maverick Buffalo does for us when they start.
What was the key to the attack offensively today?
Well, I think we just, this sounds very, very simple, but, we swing at strikes and we take balls for the most part. You'll see a lot of teams that swing at pitches in the dirt and swing at pitches they can't handle, and our guys have a really good approach that way where we know our strike zone, the hitters command their own strike zone, and they hit pitches they can handle for the most part. And that, I think, overall, that's it. A couple balls fall here and there, and you get a couple cheap ones, and then Shave hits one to deep right center, and I think we had a lot of different types of at-bats tonight that were positive.
Well, what were the emotions kind of like there the first 3 innings when you guys jumped out with those 11 runs early?
Yeah, I mean, we try to stay away from the football mentality as far as, just we try to stay even-keeled a little bit. So I think in baseball, if you get over emotional, then the skill level kind of goes down a little bit. And so we try to keep even-keeled, but I think there was an undercurrent of, Jason was in the dugout, kind of had that feel undercurrent of some pretty positive emotions in there.
It seemed like there was just a lot of momentum building kind of through those first.
Yeah, and I think that happens. You see guys in front of you hit, and then it's just kind of a contagious thing, and kind of builds confidence that way for sure.
Is some of that emotion because it's Utah? Just simply because of that?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit added. That's we come out like that every day. Well, I would say 99% of the time. There's a couple times we haven't, but. I think Arizona is one of those times we didn't. We kind of, I wouldn't say flat, but maybe we weren't totally ready to play. But we have that kind of emotion. But yeah, I agree with you. I think that just being Utah, we don't understate the fact that that's a big game for us, and we're not afraid to say this is a huge game, maybe the biggest one on the schedule. We have to win this game because that's the way we feel. If we shy away from it, maybe we don't have that kind of emotion. So. I think to answer your question, it was pretty emotional but not too emotional to try to stay even keel.
What did you make of the throw from Eric in left field to get the runner at the plate?
It was a great throw, and we've seen Eric do that all the time, so it wasn't a real surprise to us. When Coach Hawkins sent the runner, I thought, this we might have a play at the plate. And really, I've said that it was 14-3, but it didn't feel like 14-3 to me. It didn't feel like 10-2 or whatever the score was. It felt like a 3-4 run ball game to me because our pen just wasn't really sharp today. And so, if they were hit away from being right back into the ball game, and so that play was bigger than I think most people think.
Your 5 losses would indicate you've done this many times. How good does it feel to come back after that loss last Saturday with something like this tonight?
Oh yeah, it does. It feels really good, and I think that speaks to the character of the team and the mature guys that we've got that. They can put that loss behind them, a tough loss where we boot the ball around. And, the one thing I like to shore up is our defense. I mean, I think we played sloppy the last at least couple games. So we need to clean that up just a little bit. But it feels good to come back and just be ready to play again.
How does a game like this set you up for the 3-game series at St. Mary's?
Well, I think just to get a win like this, we leave on a positive note. Really doesn't change a whole lot. It was nice to see Bo Burrup get back in there. Easton Walker was pretty clean on the mound, I think, and Bo was good. His stuff was finally sinking away, and his ball was down. So that was a positive too, because we need some left-handed pitching out of the pen. So that was a nice positive as well.
So shoring up the defense, you have Schneemann in the Brandon Anderson situation. Would you like to address that?
Well, Schneemann's Brennan's out for at least 2 weeks, and we'll see how he does with that ligament tear in his thumb. But Schneemann's maybe our best defender. I mean, he's a shortstop arm, throws it 90 across the field. But to step in front of 3,000 fans and try to get it done is you could kind of see the jitters, and hopefully he gets that under his belt and we get moving with him.
And you mentioned the 3,000 fans. Any comment on that?
Yeah, we appreciate that. It was awesome to see that, and I would think there was probably more than 3 because they announced 3,000 at Arizona, and the bleachers were full. So keep coming out. It was just awesome tonight.